Okay, okay. So, um, this video was about not to take place in this realm of existence, but I persevered, and now I am here. Welcome back, R.I.P. David Lynch. That was my awful David Lynch impression that I do a lot when I'm home alone. Now, as you may have noticed, the setup is a bit different. We got something else up in here that we haven't had so far. Yep, that's what's up. We're gonna do some shit on an SP404. Now, this particular model was lent to me by my good friend Todd, who is a legendary beatmaker, rapper. He's one of the founding members of Farseers Collective, of which I'm also the member of. And we like these little 404s. I have an old school, well, the previous generation, which is basically the same as the SX, but like it does some linkage with some other Roland drum synths or whatever the shit. But I don't have one of these, and I wanted to try it out. And then my man Todd was like, "Yeah, I have this shit. Barely works, but you can have it. Don't have no charger. I charge this shit with a Nintendo Switch charger, just so you know. You can leave the shit in the comments. Oh, so is it gonna ruin it? Look, this shit got have fallen on the floor. The volume knob's missing. Most of these potentiometers, just like you touch it and it recognizes it. You see the screen sort of just like comes off like whoop. You don't even have to sort of roll it. These are like sort of basic in every modern like MIDI controller and shit. But you can see it's moving by itself. It got dropped on the head. And actually, funnily enough, as you can see on the fucking pads, which have been destroyed, by the way. Let me show you this camera. Okay, maybe not. My man Todd likes to play. He plays both, like the sample and the drums, finger drumming, and the rapping. And I think he spent a lot of time practicing because he's really good at it. As you can see on these war-torn fucking drum pads. I think these are amazing. Also, this could have been possibly one of the first SP404 Mark IIs in Hungary. I guess shout out for Roland for that. And I'm gonna stop yapping, but I'm really in the yappage right now because I've tried recording this beat making video a couple times now, and something always interrupted the fucking thing. So, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it anyway until it's done. So yeah, this sample is really fucking amazing. I love it. I think I'm gonna chop it in a couple of sections. So there's like this whole build up, and then there's like this piano part that I really like from like the middle section, and then of course the beat at the end. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna like copy it a couple times. How you do it? Is this like that? Yeah. And another one. And I'm gonna like probably the sort of like, so this is the beginning. You can just like let me see. Maybe like this. Yeah, this is I'm gonna get back to this, but interesting part is Yup. We're gonna go. Maybe even before that. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Was it a bit earlier? Woo! Doom zoom them. I might want to just. What the hell are you doing? This is okay. Okay. That's about right, but okay, I think the end is a bit. It's like okay, let me see. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. That's one. Should we go there? Let me see. That is kind of it. Let me see. Now, I have a dilemma. I am not entirely sure what to do. Look. The snare is really behind the whole thing, or maybe actually the rest sort of speeds up after it. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool. It's something I think I could build something interesting from. But I could also chop it and make it straight, because I would like to layer different loops. And when you're trying to layer different loops, you really have to be mindful about the pocket and the general timing of the groove, so it matches and it doesn't sound a bit too, too clanky or like all over the place, except if that is what you're going for. But then make it very, very obvious and very apparent that yes, this is where we at right now. This is what we're doing. And I think that really, if you want to do stylistically extreme things, it's recommended to lean into it, to make it sort of intense. It's kind of difficult in my book to make something low-key and then add something like too much to it. Now that's also tension, two ends of the spectrum trying to meet. But right now it's not what I'm going for. I want sort of, honestly, I'm still trying to recreate AVERAGE from Madlib and Kazi. I'm not sure if I spelled it right, but they say it in the song. Whatever. I think that's one of the greatest beats ever made. If you don't know it, go listen to it. Okay, let me just go ahead and do the. Where's the key? This is the awkward part of trying to find the key. Now, if I really understood music theory, which I just only kind of do, it would probably be much more easy to find me the goddamn key of the song. Because if you can hear the whole thing. They're not in the same key. Okay, now here's the dilemma. Here's the other part of the dilemma. Fuck, I can't even speak. I might not want to layer these because these are like so interesting and eclectic by themselves. That like, opa. I just kind of play this and it's like fucking working. Maybe like. Yeah, but not on that one. Let me try this. Yeah, we have like what I'm trying to do is like layered. Maybe let's say we have like that's one layer, and that this could go on for a while with like rapping and shit. But after sometimes you need to sort of put something on it, build at least a layer up to make it interesting. So maybe if you go the way I like to think about beat structuring when it comes to like hip hop, because if you ever listen to a hip hop song, you know that they are not really that intricate. So it's like a usual song structure in hip hop would be like verse, hook, verse, hook, verse, and then maybe like an intro or an outro. But and maybe sort of the beat sounds slightly different in each part. Maybe you put a filter on it, cut the highs off, and make it a bit more, less like dial it a bit back in dynamics. So there's a lot of room to play in with dynamics in the whole thing, if you're creative enough. But you know, you don't really have to go overboard to make it work. So like, for instance, in this scenario, I have one loop, and that is the beat. It's like. And you gotta be off tempo with shit. It's really hard to follow, but that's a vibe. It's like you put fucking elevator spaghetti on it. That could work. I might do it. But yeah, and this was like, this goes on for a while. Okay, I'm gonna do some. Maybe a bit more. Something like this. I just sort of want that part to be audible next to the beat, but I want it also to be in the back. I love drumless shit. You know, I'm just sort of thinking about the fucking Alchemist interview when he was like talking about one of his painter friends when they asked him like, "When do you know the painting's finished?" It's like, oh, I get emotional, you know, same shit. And it was even in some lyric of his, some moment I don't even know. And like, I'm sitting here, I'm listening to this, and I'm like, it's a fucking beat. I don't know, I could do some drums on it. I could some time stretch it, whatever. Make it on point, make it on grid, make it tight, make it whatever. Or I could just put another vinyl sim on it. Do this shit. It's like, conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Y'all are tripping. I'm just gonna go ahead and like. And of course, wait, it was this, right? Okay. Okay. That's one beat. Thank you very much. The reason why I like this shit is because it's very limited. Now this one could do a lot more things than the old one, but whenever I get bored of Ableton or just like I sit down and I make the same fucking beat over like every day, do the same fucking primo beat, trying to recreate That's Them by the Artifacts, amazing album. And I'm like, I need some, you know, rehabilitation. And rehabilitation for me is simplicity, and it's just like doing shit like this. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just a bit on the end. I'm gonna chop off some of this. Let me see. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was a bit too much. And I think I'm gonna go and stick the loop here, but now we gotta do some drums, which I have a bunch of. Now, I've been listening to a lot of DOS effects lately, so I'm gonna go into that direction. It was like I think this is what we're gonna do. And maybe okay. Yeah. All right. And now, Mr. Snare. Boop, boop, boop. Opa. Of course. Okay, this hi-hat is awful. I need another one. I'm looking for like a more. I think this is a good sample pack, but the hi-hat is. Maybe let's see. Yes. Good. Okay. Snare is not really what I'm looking for. It's a bit weak. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. Oh no. It's not very good. Okay. Then we're gonna go back here and maybe give us a good snare. A good snare. This is my favorite part. I mean, okay, let me see. Does this sound like a okay, maybe a bit. There you go. Ooh. No, I'm gonna go That -4 had something going on. Oh no! Oh, yeah, I gotta get out of the fucking thing to do the effects. Okay. Okay. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. That's it. That's it. Finally did it. I hope I have sound after I'm pressing on a stop record button and I can upload this fucking shit finally. Thank you so much for your patience, for your patronage, for watching, and peace out.